Hello students, I shall be explaining to you the Monge's method today. This method is used to solve a second order partial differential equation. So there are two variants of this method. This is the first form. Suppose we have a partial differential equation of second order written in this form. RR plus SS plus TT equal to V, where R, S, T and V are functions of X, Y, Z, P and Q. Now this R, all of you know, it is del P upon del X, S is del P upon del Y, and it is also equal to del Q upon del X, because S is del 2Z upon del X del Y. T is del 2Z upon del Y square, so it is equal to del Q upon del Y. R is del 2Z upon del X square, so it is del P upon del X. P of course is del Z upon del X, and Q is del Z upon del Y. Now P and Q are functions of X and Y, so dP is del P upon del X dx plus del P upon del Y dy, that is R dx plus S dy. Similarly dQ, which is del Q upon del X dx plus del Q upon del Y dy, this is equal to S dx plus T dy. So from this equation we can write R as dP minus S dy upon dx, and from the second equation we can write T as dQ minus S dx upon dy, and we substitute these in the given differential equation. So this becomes R dP minus S dy upon dx plus SS plus T dQ minus S dx upon dy equal to V, and we multiply the whole equation by dx and dy, and then we collect the terms in this form. This is R dP dy minus S dy square plus SS dx dy plus T dq dx minus S dx square equal to V dx dy. Now these are the terms which are free of S. So R dP dy plus T dq dx minus V dx dy, and then the coefficient of S is, this is minus R dy square plus S dx dy minus T dx square equal to 0. So from this equation we have two subsidiary equations. We put this equal to 0 and we put this part equal to 0. So R dP dy plus T dq dx minus V dx dy is 0, and R dy square plus T dx square minus S dx dy is 0. These two equations are known as Monge's subsidiary equations. Now the method goes like this, that somehow we have to factor this equation number 3 into linear factors. So suppose 3 can be factored into two linear factors, dy minus m1 dx equal to 0 and dy minus m2 dx equal to 0. So upon integration this will give us two integrals. One is u1 equal to a and the other is v1 equal to b. So these u1 and v1 are functions of x and y. A and b are constants. So we are integrating these two equations to get u1 equal to a and v1 equal to b. Now first we consider this one, dy equal to m1 dx, and substitute this in equation 2. So this will give us that m1r dp dx plus T dq dx minus m1 v dx square is 0. Now dx you can cancel. So we have m1 r dp plus T dq minus m1 v dx equal to 0. Then we integrate this to get an intermediate integral. Similarly we consider this one, dy equal to m2 dx. Substitute this in equation number 2 and then integrate to get another intermediate integrals. So this will give us two integrals. We solve these two integrals to get the value of P and Q in terms of x and y, and then we substitute for these P and Q in this equation, dz equal to P dx plus Q dy, and integrate. So that will be the solution of the differential equation. Now I illustrate this method with the help of this example. The differential equation is r equal to a square t. This is our r, as we have seen earlier. R is dp minus s dy upon dx, t is dq minus s dx upon dy. We substitute in the given differential equation and it takes this form, that dp dy minus s dy square is a square dq dx minus s dx square. Excuse me. So dp dy minus a square dq dx is minus s into dy square minus a square dx square is 0. So we have the two Monge's subsidiary equations. dp dy minus a square dq dx is 0 and dy square minus a square dx square is equal to 0. This will give us two linear factors, dy equal to plus minus a dx. So the first integral is y equal to ax plus c1 and the second integral is y equal to minus ax plus c2. We put dy equal to a dx in this and we have a dp minus a square dq is 0. That means p minus aq is a constant. So that constant we can write as a function of c1. So it will be f1 y minus ax. Similarly, the second factor dy equal to minus a dx will give minus a dp minus a square dq is 0. So p plus aq is a constant, so it will be a function of c2. For the second equation we use the second constant, and for the first equation we use the first constant. So this f2 c2 will be f2 of y plus ax. Now we solve these to get p and q. Obviously you can see that p is equal to 2p is equal to f1 y minus ax plus f2 y plus ax, and 2aq is equal to f2 y plus ax minus f1 y minus ax. So 2 dz will be 2p dx plus 2q dy. So we substitute here. So this is 1 upon a is common and we have f1 y minus ax dAx minus y, because this will be a f1 y minus ax, and then from this and this also we take 1 upon a common. So this will be multiplied with a and f2 y plus ax dy plus a dx, which is d of y plus ax. So on integration we get 2z is minus 1 upon a. I have to write minus because this is y minus ax and this is ax minus y. So I will take minus common. 2z is minus 1 upon a integral of f1 of y minus ax with respect to y minus ax, and plus 1 upon a integral of f2 of y plus ax with respect to y plus ax. So this will be a function of y minus ax and this will be a function of y plus ax. So z is, and then we can divide by 2. So z will be psi1 y minus ax plus psi2 y plus ax. So what is psi1 y minus ax? Psi1 y minus ax is minus 1 upon 2a into this integral, and psi2 y plus ax is 1 upon 2a into this integral. So this is our solution of the differential equation r equal to a square t. Now this is the second type of equation where we can use the Monge's method. Here we have RR plus SS plus TT plus URT minus S square equal to V. So these capital R, capital S, capital T, capital U and capital V, they are functions of X, Y, Z, P and Q. So we have this term extra here, URT minus S square. This was not present in the first case. So as before, we will have R equal to dP minus S dy upon dx and T is equal to dQ minus S dx upon dy, and we substitute in the given differential equation, then multiply the whole equation by dx dy, and hence we have this, that R dP dy plus T dQ dx plus U dP dQ minus V dx dy plus, now this is the coefficient of S, minus R dy square plus S dx dy minus T dx square minus U dP dx minus U dQ dy equal to 0. So the two Monge's subsidiary equations will be this R dP dy plus T dQ dx plus U dP dq minus V dx dy equal to 0. We write this as A, and then R dy square minus S dx dy plus T dx square plus U dP dx plus U dQ dy is 0, and we write this as B. So in general it is not easy to factorize these equations. So what we do is we introduce an unknown multiplier which is lambda, and then we put B plus lambda A equal to 0. See, B is 0, A is 0, so B plus lambda A is 0, and we suppose that B plus lambda A can be factored into two linear factors, A1 dy plus B1 dx plus C1 dp and A2 dy plus B2 dx plus C2 dq. So B plus lambda A will be equal to A1 dy plus B1 dx plus C1 dp into A2 dy plus B2 dx plus C2 dq, and then we equate the coefficients on both sides. See, dy square, coefficient of dy square on this side is A1 A2, and on this side it is R. So R will be equal to A1 A2. Similarly, by equating the other coefficients, we have minus lambda V minus S is equal to A1 B2 plus B1 A2. This is the coefficient of the term dy into dx. B1 B2 is the coefficient of dx square. C1 B2 is the coefficient of dp dx, and A1 C2 is the coefficient of dy dq. Then C1 A2 is the coefficient of dp dy, B1 C2 is the coefficient of dq dx, and C1 C2 is the coefficient of dp dq. So by equating all the coefficients, we have these equations. Now to solve them, what we do is we put A1 equal to R and A2 equal to 1, because A1 A2 should be R. So we take A1 equal to R, A2 equal to 1, B1 equal to KT and B2 equal to 1 upon K, because B1 B2 is T. Then we put C1 equal to MU and C2 equal to lambda upon N M, because you see C1 C2 is lambda U. So this is why we are using this substitution, that C1 is mu and C2 is lambda upon m. So we have to find out what is m and what is k. Then minus lambda V minus S is equal to A1 B2 plus B1 A2. So by substituting from here, we have that this is KT plus R upon K, and U, which is equal to lambda 1 C2, this will be R lambda upon M, because C2 is lambda upon M, and this is equal to M upon K U. So by cancelling U, we get that M is equal to K. So B1 C2, which is equal to KT lambda upon M, because M is K, so this will be just lambda T, and hence this equation is satisfied that B1 C2 should be lambda T. and C1A2 is mu equal to lambda r and m equal to k. So this gives us that m equal to k is lambda r upon u. And now we come back to this minus lambda v minus s is lambda rt upon u. I am putting the value of k, which is m. This is lambda r upon u into t plus r upon k. So r and k, 1 upon k is u upon lambda r. So r is cancelled. So this gives us a quadratic equation in lambda. Minus lambda square v minus lambda s is equal to lambda square rt upon u plus u. So the equation becomes lambda square into rt plus uv plus lambda su plus u square is 0. So we solve this to get two values of lambda. If lambda is a root of this equation, then b plus lambda a can be factored in this manner. We are writing all these values of a1, a2, b1, b2 and c1, c2. And k is lambda r upon u. So from this we take r upon u common, and from the second factor we take 1 upon lambda r common. So this will become, because r upon u is common, so this is u dy plus lambda t dx plus lambda u dp after substituting for k. And from this 1 upon lambda r is common, so this will be lambda r dy plus u dx plus lambda u dq equal to 0. So we have the two factors u dy plus lambda t dx plus lambda u dp equal to 0 and lambda r dy plus u dx plus lambda u dq equal to 0. Then we integrate these two to get the two intermediate integrals, and then solve these integrals for p and q. Substitute in the equation dz equal to p dx plus q dy, and then integrate it to get the complete integral. So let's take up this problem. Here we have 2r plus ext minus rt minus x square equal to 2ex. So capital R is 2, capital S is 0, capital T is ex, u is minus 1 and v is 2ex. So our a, remember this is a is this. I am putting the values here, then I substitute for the values and get my b. So a turns out to be 2 dp dy plus ex dq dx minus dp dq minus 2 ex dx dy. And we see that a can be factored directly. So we don't have to introduce lambda because a has two linear factors. A is 2 dy minus dq multiplied with dp minus ex dx. You can see here from the first and the last term I have taken 2 dy common, and from the second and the third term I have taken dq common. So it is factored like this, and b is this 2 dy square plus ex dx square minus dp dx minus dq dy. So from this and this I take dy common, and from this and this I take dx common. So if this is 0 and this is 0, then b will be automatically 0. So a is factored direct lambda. These are the two factors. By integrating this we get q minus 2y equal to a constant a, and by integrating this we get p minus ex equal to b. So if we put these values, then b is automatically 0. Now dz is p dx plus q dy. So this will be b plus ex dx plus a plus 2y dy. We integrate. Z is bx plus ex plus ay plus y square plus a constant c. So this is our solution. Second example is this 3r plus 4s plus t plus rt minus s square is 1. So here capital R is 3, capital S is 4, capital T is 1, capital U and capital V are also 1. So this is A 3 dp dy plus dq dx plus dp dq minus dx dy equal to 0. B is 3 dy square minus 4 dx dy plus dx square plus dp dx plus dq dy equal to 0. And we see that we cannot factorize this directly. So we introduce the multiplier lambda. B plus lambda A equal to this. And then we have the quadratic in lambda. Lambda square RT plus UV is 3 into 1 plus 1 into 1 plus lambda S lambda into, what was that? Lambda into SU plus U square. So lambda 4 into 1 plus U square is again 1. So this equation gives us that 4 lambda square plus 4 lambda plus 1 is 0. That means we have lambda equal to minus half, because this is 2 lambda plus 1 square equal to 0. So lambda is minus half. So the two factors will be these. See, these are the two factors, r upon u into this, then 1 upon lambda r into this. So I am putting the values directly, and I have, this is r upon u dy minus half dx minus half dp, then minus 2 into 1 upon 3, minus 2 into 1 upon 3, these are constants, and minus 3 by 2 dy plus dx minus half dq equal to 0. So this gives us that 2 dy minus dx minus dp is 0. That means p is equal to 2y minus x plus a, and from this I have 3 dy minus 2 dx plus dq equal to 0. That means q is 2x minus 3y plus b. A and b are constants of integration. So this is my dz, p dx plus q dy. I am substituting these values, and now I have to integrate. So this minus x dx is here, a dx minus 3y dy plus b dy. These can be integrated directly. And this 2y dx plus 2x dy is 2 times x dy plus y dx, which is, this term is d of xy. So when I integrate, I will have z equal to minus x square upon 2 plus ax minus 3y square upon 2 plus by plus 2xy plus a constant c. So this is how we apply Monge's method. I hope that you have understood the method. This was my last lecture. With this, the course is complete. So it is for all of you to try the maximum number of problems. So my best wishes are with you.